Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In this channel we are going to cover amazing maths concept and some problems from competitive exams, Olympiads and so on. So starting from today, let's begin with our first question. So our first question is from an SSC CGL question paper from the previous years. So the question goes like this. Suppose that you are given x plus 1 upon x is equal to root 3, and then you are told to find the value of the following equation. The equation goes on like this: x raised to the power 30 plus x raised to the power 24 plus x raised to the power 18 plus x raised to the power 12 plus x raised to the power 6 plus 1. So now if you think about the question, so like basically in question you are only given a simple information, that is x plus 1 by x equal to root 3. But if you see what is asked in the question, so in that equation most of the powers or most of the degrees of x are in terms of 6. So if you think about it, so you might get an idea that like somehow or the other you have to come to the cube of the equation which is given. So let's go with the flow and let's try to find the cube of the equation. So if you try to cube the equation, you will get the following: x cube plus 1 over x cube plus 3 into x into 1 upon x into x plus 1 over x is equal to, now if you cube the other side, so the cube of root 3 is equal to 3 root 3. So this is what you will get if you cube the equation first time. Now further simplifying it a bit, you will get x cube plus 1 over x cube plus this x and 1 over x will cancel each other, and then x plus 1 over x as it is given in the question is root 3. So by putting the values we will get 3 root 3 is equal to 3 root 3. Further, as it is visible that we can cancel both the 3 root 3's on the either side of the equation. Now further moving up, we can see that it will lead us to x cube plus 1 over x cube is equal to 0. Further you can simplify it a bit and we can write it like taking the LCM and all. We can write x to the power 6 plus 1 equal to 0. We can mark this as equation 1. Now this is a very important equation, because if you see in this equation we have an x raised to the power of 6, and then again what was asked in the question, most like all the degrees are multiple of 6, like 30, 24, 18, 12, 6, all of these are multiple of 6. So this equation is going to be very useful in finding out the value of the equation asked. Now moving to the equation which was asked, so if you see x raised to the power 30 plus x raised to the power 24 plus x raised to the power 18 plus x raised to the power 12 plus x raised to the power 6 plus 1, we have to find the value of this equation. Now from what is known, we can try and take out the x to the power 6 plus 1 as factors common from this equation. So from the first two terms, if we take x raised to the power 24 common, then we get x raised to the power 6 plus 1. Further, from the next two terms, if we take x raised to the power 12 common, then we get x raised to the power 6 plus 1. And in the end we take 1 common, and what is remaining is x raised to the power 6 plus 1. So now friends, if you see that we have factorized the equation in the factors of x raised to the power 6 plus 1, and we have taken out the value of this equation by calculation in the previous part. So we take x raised to the power 6 plus 1 common, multiplied by x raised to the power 24 plus x raised to the power 12 plus 1. Now friends, if you remember, we took out the value of x raised to the power 6 plus 1, which is equal to 0. Now we can put this value in the given equation, and thus the question is solved. So it will be like 0 into x raised to the power 24 plus x raised to the power 12 plus 1, which is equal to 0. Therefore the answer to the question, that is x raised to the power 30 plus x raised to the power 24 plus x raised to the power 18 plus x raised to the power 12 plus x raised to the power 6 plus 1 is equal to 0. So friends, it was a very simple question, just that you have to get the first idea that as the question is asking in terms of 6, so firstly we have to do cube in somewhere or the other. So we should do it in the first place, and once you do the cube first, then slowly you will start getting idea what to do next. And therefore now for the second question. The second question has been taken from an Olympiad of an international maths Olympiad for some junior students. So the question goes like this. It is given in the question that 8 raised to the power x plus 27 raised to the power x upon 12 raised to the power x plus 18 raised to the power x is equal to 7 over 6. Now you are given this equation and you have to take out the values of x, whichever is possible. So if you see the question which is given at the first, so if you focus on the numerator, so in numerators there are two terms, 8 raised to the power x and 27 raised to the power x. So if you just look at them once, you will at once get the idea that 8 is equal to 2 cube and 27 is equal to 3 cube. So we can like make an idea that it will be somehow related to 2 or 3. Like basically this is the first idea which you will get after seeing the question. Now if you focus on the denominator part, so the denominator, the terms are 12 and 18. So if you see 12, so 12, like the factors of 12 are 2 and 3, like the prime factors, and 18 also the prime factors are 2 and 3. So again all the 4 numbers which are given on the left hand side of the equation, the prime factors are 2 and 3 only. So I think this basic idea will be enough for us to approach the question and try to solve it. So now in order to solve it, we can take that 2 raised to the power x is equal to a and 3 raised to the power x is equal to b. So why are we taking this is because it will help us to make this equation which is given in simpler terms, and it will be easily solvable after that. So now writing the question in terms of the values which we have assumed, so it will be like 8 raised to the power x is equal to a cube and 27 raised to the power x is equal to b cube. Further below is 12 raised to the power x, so 12 is equal to 2 square into 3. Now if we see 2 raised to the power x, it is equal to a, so it will be a square into b. And if we see 18 is equal to 2 into 3 square, and 3 raised to the power x is b, so it will be a into b square. Now we can simplify the equation, like we can put the formula of a cube plus b cube, which is equal to a plus b multiplied by a square minus ab plus b square. Also from the denominator we can take ab common and we are left with a plus b. Now it is visible that a plus b is a common factor in both the numerator and the denominator, so it can be cancelled. Now further simplifying the equation a bit, we get that a square minus ab plus b square upon ab is equal to 7 by 6. Now just do the cross multiplication and write a simple equation in terms of a and b. So the equation will look like 6a square minus 13ab plus 6b square is equal to 0. So this is the equation you will get after doing the cross multiplication and then writing as one single equation. Now again once we get this equation, so the first idea which we'll get in mind is to factorize this, because that is the most basic thing which we have been learning from our junior classes. So let's go with it and factorize this. So if you try to factorize it, so like just doing it in one step, it will be like 2a minus 3b into 3a minus 2b is equal to 0. Now I have done it in one step, but again if you want to do, then of course you can simplify it. You can split the middle term and then you can simplify it. It can take around 2 to 3 lines, but again the conclusion will be this thing only, that 2a minus 3b into 3a minus 2b is equal to 0. Now what does this equation tells you? This equation tells that the following equation has 2 roots. The first root is that 2a is equal to 3b, or the second root is 3a is equal to 2b. Even if either of these satisfies, the equation will be solved and we will get the value which is asked in the question. Now let's try to approach these two equations. If you see the first equation, that is 2a is equal to 3b, Now if you put the values of a and b which we had assumed earlier, so it will be like 2 into a is equal to 2 raised to the power x is equal to 3 into 3 raised to the power x. So it will be equal to 2 raised to the power x plus 1 is equal to 3 raised to the power x plus 1. Now if we look at the other side, then we have 3a is equal to 2b. Again putting the values, we will get that 3 into 2 raised to the power x is equal to 2 into 3 raised to the power x. Further simplifying a bit, we will get 2 raised to the power x minus 1 is equal to 3 raised to the power x minus 1. So again we have two equations and either of them could be the solution. So now if we look at this equation, then we can take this 3 raised to the power x plus 1 to the other side. So we will get 2 upon 3 raised to the power x plus 1 equal to 1. And if we take this equation and solve it, then we will get 2 upon 3 raised to the power x minus 1 is equal to 1. Now as a matter of fact, in mathematics we all know that any number raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So using this thing and the above two equations, we get to know that either x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So friends, now we have almost reached the end of the equation. Now from these two equations we can see that either x is equal to minus 1 or x equal to plus 1. So x is equal to plus minus 1. These are the two equations of the given questions. Now friends, again if you look the question as a whole, so it was nothing much, nothing like too hectic or too hard in the question. If you see from the start, then starting it was just that 8 and 27, and you have to get the idea that 8 is equal to 2 cube and 27 is equal to 3 cube, and further 12 and 18 can be simplified in terms of 2 and 3. So you can get a basic idea that the question is going to be solved in terms of 2 and 3 because it's just a simple question of simplification and all. And once you get that, then you take an assumption that 2 raised to the power x equal to a and 3 raised to the power x equal to b, and further simplify it in simple terms and do some basic calculations and all, and you will arrive at the answer, that is x equal to plus minus 1. So that's it. It was second question. Thank you for watching my video. If you all have better approaches or you have any doubts regarding the question, anything you could not understand, or even if you have some better approaches to it, like it can be done in a more simpler way, more easier way, then feel free to comment it down below. And also please like and share this video and share it among all your friends and all, so that they can also learn